Hello G.I. Joe and 1/18 scale fans, this is the human mechanism. Hasbro said no G.I. Joe for 2 years, and we G.I. Joe fans cried. Then Chat May said hold my beer, and that's why we have the True Heroes 6-wheeled armored vehicle. This was quite the find. I'm not sure if this is a re-release from Chat May, but I've never seen it before. I was sort of taken aback by the abruptness of this release. Chat May didn't announce it on Facebook, nor did it appear on their website. Regardless, they have given us a proper G.I. Joe scale IFV. Now, before we get to the main vehicle, let's talk about everything that comes with it. The set includes 2 figures with 9 points of articulation, a green dude and Sylvester Stallone. It comes with the usual accessory tree. Of course, I recommend repurposing these for larger figures. Next, we get this ATV. Nothing too special, but it's quite nice. It gives the Cobra Ferret a run for its money. Now, we move on to the 6-wheeled armored vehicle. This is based on the South African Ratel family of IFVs, or if you're Belgian, you know it as the Sibmas. It might not be the biggest or most complex vehicle released by Chat May, but this is one of the vehicles that makes the True Heroes line transcend its status as a budget G.I. Joe knockoff toy line, and into its own class. Where do I begin? Well, let's start off by saying that it's quite clear that a lot of thought went into this design. I had my doubts when I first saw this at Toys R Us. Simply put, the design was throwing me off. One thing that was discouraging were these armored plates on the side of the vehicle. I didn't really see their purpose, and I thought they were rather gaudy, attributing them to nothing more than the usual exaggerated features that Chat May likes to put on their vehicles. So as soon as I got the vehicle out of the box, I set out to remove those extraneous features, and I was happy to see that they could easily be removed by pulling them upwards. I was about to throw them out without thinking twice, and then I realized. That's right, they're riot shields. That was a pleasant surprise. Of course, the handle is too big to fit into the hands of G.I. Joe figures. This might be disappointing for some, but remember, Chat May isn't making accessories to go along with Joes. Even though I always regarded Chat May figures as expendable placeholders for your Joes, this gives you an incentive to keep and even use 1/18 scale figures from Chat May. And if the quality of their figures keeps improving, I have a feeling that Joe fans will be more willing to accept them into their G.I. Joe universe. In terms of firepower, their turret can rotate 360 degrees and elevate, but unfortunately can't depress. By lifting the hatch, you reveal the mechanism for firing the rockets. Again, it's the same firing mechanism as seen on the U-53 and the battleship. I do have one complaint though, and it's with this style of firing mechanism. In my True Heroes U-53 video, some of you might have noticed that a rocket fires by itself. This is something I forgot to mention in that video, and now is an ample time to talk about it. I'm experiencing the same problem with the battleship, as well as the 6-wheeled armored vehicle, which all use the same style of slide-to-fire type mechanism. This is quite a serious quality control issue, and it's something you should definitely be aware of. Now we move on to carrying capacity, and I think this is where the vehicle really shines, even if the answer as to how much it can carry isn't quite clear. Of course, there is a space for a driver, as well as a man in the turret. However, if we move to the back, a door opens, revealing a cavernous space. There is one gripe I have to mention, and that's the rather shitty way the box shows off this feature. The box makes it look as if you can put the ATV into the cargo bay with a figure mounting it. Yeah, you can't do that. Hell, even the ATV itself won't fit unless you fold the lights down. That's rather naughty, Chat May. I'm on to you. But I wasn't planning on doing that anyway, so I digress. Now, it might not be able to carry as much troops or cargo as other troop carriers out there, but just the fact that it can carry troops at all instead of just being a bare-bones infantry fighting vehicle is quite nice. Overall, this vehicle is top of the line, and at $24, it's one of the cheaper vehicles being offered by True Heroes at the moment. That price still might be pushing it a bit, but I wouldn't exactly call it a horrible price either. If you end up buying more than one, I honestly wouldn't blame you. This is the kind of machine that you want to see networking with other vehicles. It might not be the prettiest machine out there, but it's definitely one you want to see in your collection. So, overall, the True Heroes 6-wheeled armored vehicle has the Human Mechanisms seal of approval. See you all later.